Before I felt like a loser, fat, disgusting.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Reality Ways. Today's story is not just an update. It is not a recap. It is not gossip, rumor, or speculation. This is the kind of story that comes from real life. The type that is tangled in emotions, memories, struggle, and hope. This is about Amy Slaton, a woman who has lived her battle in front of millions. A woman who has been celebrated, mocked, compared, judged, praised, and misunderstood all at once. This is about where she stands today, after all the applause has faded and the critics have grown louder. This is the truth, raw, unfiltered, and deeply human. Amy's journey, long before television cameras captured her life, began quietly. In a small town where days looked simple from the outside but were heavy with challenges on the inside. In a home where food became comfort, escape, a distraction from the pain that life unfolded. When the world met Amy and Tammy on 1000 Del B Sisters, they did not just see weight. They saw the result of years of emotional burden, trauma, struggles that rarely get spoken about. People thought they were watching a show about losing weight, but they were watching women trying to heal from wounds the world could not see. Amy stepped into the spotlight with hope. She wanted to change. She wanted to breathe easier, walk easier, live easier. And when the show first began, Amy was the sister who found her momentum first. She dieted, pushed, fought, cried, and finally qualified for weight loss surgery. And when she succeeded, the world cheered. People looked at her as the one who wanted it more, the one who was serious, the one who was disciplined. And for a time, she believed that too. She believed she had finally taken control of her life. But life has a way of testing us just when we think we've figured it out. Amy became a mother, a joyous moment, a dream fulfilled, a love that transformed her. But motherhood does not pause for health goals. It does not wait for emotional stability. It takes everything, your time, your energy, your sleep, your identity. And while Amy adored her children with everything she had, she slowly began losing grip on herself. Her meals became rushed, convenience took priority, exhaustion overshadowed routine, and stress dug deep. The weight she fought so hard to lose began returning slowly, quietly, silently, the way heavy things always do. At the same time, the world watched Tammy begin her own transformation. And while Tammy's progress deserved celebration, the comparisons were inevitable. Social media filled with side-by-side clips. Comment sections debated who was doing better, who was failing, who was stronger, who was slipping. And in those debates, Amy became a character instead of a person. Her struggle became entertainment. Her pain became public discussion. And when she looked in the mirror, she didn't just see weight coming back. She saw disappointment, pressure, judgment, expectations. But she said nothing. She smiled for photos. She laughed in videos. She kept going for her boys. And the world continued to assume she was okay. Until recently, when one comment shattered the silence. I thought she was supposed to be healthier by now. It wasn't the words themselves. It was what they reminded her of, every doubt she pushed down, every insecurity she ignored, every late night where she grabbed food because stress felt too heavy to hold alone. Every moment she looked at herself and wondered why she couldn't just stay on track. But instead of hiding, instead of pretending, instead of shutting down, Amy answered. She told the truth. She shared exactly where she stands, not in triumph, not in victory, but in the middle. The place most people never speak about. The place where progress is not visible, where motivation flickers, where the journey feels endless. She said she gained weight back. She said she struggled to maintain consistency. She said she is tired, physically, emotionally, mentally, and yet she said she is still trying. This is the hardest part of any transformation. Not the beginning where motivation is fresh, not the success where applause is loud. But the quiet middle, the part where losing hope is easy and continuing, takes strength that no one sees. Amy wakes up every day in that space. She wakes up to children who need her, to responsibilities that cannot pause, to a body that carries her past and a future she wants to build. And she is not giving up. She is not done. She is not letting her setbacks define her. She is starting again slowly, intentionally, patiently. She is working with doctors again. She is focusing on portion control, not starvation. She is taking walks with her kids, not for the camera, but for her heart. She is learning to pause before emotional eating, even when it is hard. She is healing her mindset, not just her body. Because real change does not happen in dramatic leaps. It happens in small, silent decisions every single day. She knows the critics will still speak. She knows some will continue to compare her to Tammy. She knows the journey will still have setbacks, slip-ups, frustration, and tears. But she has something now that she did not have before: clarity. She is not trying to transform for a TV show. She is not trying to prove herself to the internet. She is not trying to win a comparison she never agreed to be part of. She is fighting for her children, for her health, for her peace. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. It remembers every wound, every stress, every fear. Weight gain is never just about food. It is about coping, surviving, managing pain. And Amy is finally learning how to confront that pain instead of carrying it. Her journey now is one of rebuilding, slowly, steadily, one day at a time. And rebuilding is messy. It does not look inspiring. It does not look glamorous. It does not look impressive on screen. It looks like effort. It looks like exhaustion. It looks like trying even when no one claps. But that is where real strength lives. Amy is still in the middle of her story. And the middle of any story is where the struggle is hardest, where doubt is strongest, where turning back feels easier than pushing forward. But Amy is still pushing. She is surviving. She is choosing herself again, even after slipping. And that choice, repeated every day, is what will change her life. So to anyone judging her, remember you are watching a human being, not a highlight reel. To anyone comparing her, remember every journey moves at its own pace. To anyone supporting her, your support matters more than you know. Amy is not finished. She is not failing. She is fighting. And the world will see her rise again, not because she owes them success, but because she deserves peace. This story is still being written, and the most powerful chapters are still ahead. This is Reality Ways. Stay with us. The journey continues. Stay with us. The journey continues.
And my boys are just going to get as big as Amanda's boys, so they need room.
In the world of reality TV, there are stories that are filmed, and then there are stories that are lived. And Amy Slaton's story is one that has been lived in front of millions, raw, unpolished, and undeniably human. While her sister Tammy Slaton shocked viewers with a dramatic 500-pound weight loss and skin removal surgery during season 7 of 1000 Delby Sisters. Amy found herself on the other end of public opinion when she stepped onto an industrial scale during the season finale and the number 249 appeared. The reaction was immediate and harsh. Viewers who once praised her became critics. The same internet that once celebrated her transformation now questioned her efforts, her priorities, her discipline, even her identity as a mother and a woman trying to survive her own life. But the truth is never as simple as a number on a scale. Amy, meanwhile, continued living outside the lens of televised drama, raising 2 young sons, navigating a painful divorce, and coping with bipolar disorder, depression, and acute stress. Stress that does not disappear because the cameras stop rolling. Stress that does not ease because the world demands progress. Stress that builds silently, like weight, like pressure, like emotional fatigue no one sees. Recently, Amy posted on Instagram, not a weight update, not a workout, not a motivational speech, just a simple moment. Dyeing fabric with coffee, enjoying a quiet hobby. But even that small moment was interrupted by judgment. A comment appeared beneath her post, sharp and mocking. I'll remember these posts next season when she says, I don't have time to worry about my diet. It was a reminder of how quick the world is to reduce a human life to a joke, a failure, a punchline. But this time, Amy did not stay silent. She responded, I've been eating healthy lately. Not defensive, not angry. Just honest. And those 6 words said more than any scale ever could. Because what does eating healthy lately mean for someone like Amy? It means she is trying again. It means she is picking herself back up again. It means she is working to take back control again. It means she has not given up, even when the world expected her to. This journey was never just about weight. It was about survival. And survival is not linear. It is not perfect. It is not pretty. Survival is messy. It rises and falls. It breaks and rebuilds, while Tammy became the center of season 7 with her massive transformation, and deservedly so. Amy's life shifted in ways no diet plan ever prepares you for. She fell in love again, quickly, deeply. And the internet had opinions about that too. People claimed she was distracted, careless, unfocused. They said she stopped trying because she had already achieved her dream, motherhood. They said she gave up. But Amy did not stop trying. She simply lost herself for a moment, the way many mothers do. The emotional weight of motherhood does not show up on camera. The mental exhaustion does not trend on social media. The silent panic of feeling like you must hold everything together does not appear in before and after photos. Amy knows she lost focus, and she is not hiding it. What makes her journey powerful is that she is taking responsibility. She admitted she slipped into emotional eating using food as comfort in moments of overwhelm, guilt, and loneliness. She admitted she forgot how to care for herself while caring for everyone else. She admitted she let pain reshape her relationship with her body and her mind. But now she is waking back up. Her diet has changed again. She is controlling portions, planning meals, and being mindful. She is in therapy, understanding her bipolar disorder instead of fearing it. She is learning how to parent from a place of emotional stability, not emotional reaction. She is discovering balance, something she never truly had before. And this shift is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not being filmed in high definition for applause. It is quiet. It is steady. It is real. Amy is choosing to live differently for herself, for Gage, and for Glenn. She is learning that motherhood does not require self-sacrifice to the point of self-destruction. She is learning that love does not mean losing yourself. Yes, she gained weight back. Yes, she is struggling with mental health. Yes, she has moments where life feels overwhelming. But she is still trying. And trying is not weakness. Trying is courage. Some fans noticed her appearance, changing messy hair, unpolished nails, exhaustion in her eyes. Others saw bruises on her legs and worried for her physical health or medication side effects. Pointed out her hygiene, not understanding that depression does not care about nail polish or perfect hair. Depression drains you. It takes the energy required for the smallest tasks. It steals motivation, focus, and identity. But Amy recognized it. She said it aloud. She sought help. She started therapy, and slowly, painfully, patiently, she has begun to regain control. And yes, she is still preparing for her wedding. Not because she thinks love will fix everything. Not because she expects another person to save her. But because after everything she has been through, she still believes she deserves love. That alone shows strength. But love alone will not sustain her. Her health matters. Her mind matters. Her emotional stability matters. Her children need a mother who is alive, present, and whole. And Amy knows that. That is why her journey now is different. It is not about reality television, public validation, or proving anything to the world. This chapter is about healing. It is about taking responsibility for her life. It is about rebuilding self-care routines. It is about finding joy and peace in small moments. It is about standing up to criticism without collapsing under it. She is no longer letting the internet write her story. She is writing her own. And yes, it will take time. Yes, there will be setbacks. Yes, she will have days where she struggles to keep going. But she will keep going, because she has something powerful driving her now. Not fear. Not pressure. not embarrassment, but purpose. Her children, her future, her own wellness. The world may not understand her journey. The critics may continue to speak, but Amy is moving forward anyway. One meal at a time. One therapy session at a time. One morning decision at a time. One breath at a time. And survival, real survival, is exactly that. Amy Slaton is not done. Her story is not over. Her transformation is still unfolding. Till times. The strongest comeback begins quietly. This is Reality Ways. Stay with us. Amy's next chapter is just beginning. From the beginning, 1000 LB Sisters has been more than just a reality show. It has been a raw, unfiltered look at two sisters fighting for their lives, emotionally, physically, and mentally. Amy and Tammy Slaton captured the attention of millions as they attempted to break generational health patterns, confront lifelong emotional wounds, and seek hope in the midst of grief, public scrutiny, and overwhelming pressure. As the seasons progressed, the show expanded beyond Amy and Tammy's personal journeys. Their siblings Monda Halterman, Misty Slaton, and their brother Chris Combs joined the series, each facing their own weight and emotional challenges. Yet, no matter how many family members took part, the story always centered on Amy's life after bariatric surgery and Tammy's ongoing fight to reclaim her health. Now, with the sisters entering a new chapter, many viewers are asking the same question. What happens to the show if Amy or Tammy decides to walk away? The answer may be simpler than expected. Without the two of them, the show as we know it would likely come to an end. Tammy's Journey, Triumph and Tragedy, Season 6 of 1000 Pound. Sisters marked one of the most intense chapters in Tammy's life. After years of dangerous weight gain, hospitalizations, and emotional breakdowns, she finally reached a moment of victory. Tammy qualified for bariatric surgery, something that was once believed impossible. It was a turning point that symbolized not only physical progress, but also emotional healing. For the first time in years, Tammy experienced hope. During her recovery at an Ohio rehabilitation facility, she met Caleb Willingham. Their shared struggles created a deep connection, and the two married shortly after. However, life's victories are not always permanent. Caleb's health declined rapidly, and not long after their wedding, he passed away. For Tammy, the loss was devastating. She had not only lost her husband, she had lost someone who understood the darkness she fought through every day. Grief reshaped her journey completely. It forced her to rebuild her sense of self, not just as a woman trying to lose weight, but as someone learning to live again after tragedy. And she did it on camera, in front of the world, under constant judgment. The pressure of the public eye. While Tammy made progress, she found herself facing new challenges. With weight loss came new visibility, and with visibility came criticism. Some viewers believed Tammy should be grateful, positive, and calm now that her health was improving. But mental health does not transform overnight. Tammy has always been far more sensitive than viewers assume. The harsh, relentless commentary online has impacted her deeply. Even though she tries to appear confident, the criticism has taken a toll. Behind every milestone she achieves, there is fear. Fear of slipping back. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of being judged. And that fear has begun to shape her relationship with the show. While Tammy continues filming, it has become increasingly clear that her emotional well-being requires space, patience, and time away from the public eye. Amy's struggle, healing while under pressure while Tammy faced grief. Amy faced a different battle, one within her own home. After the birth of her second son, Glenn, Amy was open about her struggles with postpartum stress and depression. Her marriage to Michael Halterman crumbled under emotional strain, disagreements over parenting, and lack of support. As Amy tried to keep her household functioning, the pressure intensified. She became a single mother emotionally and physically. At the same time, her weight fluctuated, and critics were quick to attack her online. Amy acknowledged that emotional eating became a coping mechanism, something she had fought against for years. But this time, she chose to confront that truth rather than hide it. She stated openly that her mental health had suffered and that she needed help. Since then, Amy has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. She is in therapy and learning to manage her emotional triggers. This is not a failure. It is a sign of strength. Yet, despite this, criticism continues. Some fans express concern. Others judge her hygiene, her emotional reactions, and even her parenting. These comments are not just reckless, they are harmful. Amy is a mother who loves her children deeply. She is a woman healing from heartbreak. She is someone learning to rebuild her identity. Her progress does not need to be perfect to be real. The sisters' relationship with the show Season 7 revealed something important. Amy and Tammy's lives have changed so drastically that filming the show now requires a different emotional cost. Tammy is focusing on maintaining her weight loss and exploring a new romance with Andrea Dalton, a relationship she kept private for years. As she shared on the Creative Chaos podcast, she and Andrea have been together for nearly 3 years and are now engaged. Their relationship represents stability, comfort, and love, things Tammy has rarely experienced consistently. For Amy, the focus is on balance. She is caring for her children, managing her mental health, and attempting to restore structure to her daily life. She is no longer simply trying to lose weight. She is learning how to live a sustainable, emotionally healthy life. Because of this, the show's future is uncertain. While Amy and Tammy love telling their stories, they also know that their healing requires space. And if either sister chooses to step away, the other is likely to follow. The bond between them is the backbone of the show. Without both sisters, 1000 LB Sisters loses its purpose. The Turning Point fans continue to argue, speculate, and debate the sisters' futures. Some believe Amy is regressing. Others fear Tammy is too fragile for public life. Yet, there is something that everyone seems to forget. These are real women, not characters, not entertainment puppets, not symbols of failure or success. They are human beings who are healing from trauma, learning emotional responsibility, raising families, coping with grief, trying to love themselves. Their journey is not a straight upward line. It is a series of falls, rises, pauses, and restarts. And that is okay. Conclusion: what comes next? Whether or not 1000 LB Sisters continues long term, Amy and Tammy's story will not disappear. Their journey has already impacted millions. They have shown that weight loss is not just about numbers or appearance, it is about emotional resilience, identity, grief, love, and survival. If they choose to stay on the show, viewers will continue witnessing growth and vulnerability. If they choose to leave, the show will likely end, and they will step into a life defined on their own terms.